Welcome to another video podcast. This is Misa.
This is Yuka.
And welcome to the
Misa Yuka podcast.
I think that's just how we're gonna name it.
I really like the tone of it.
Misa Yuka podcast. And today we're both wearing black. This is not planned.
Yeah.
As usual. I think we were wearing like white and beige last time, but we're going dark tone today. And yeah, I like our little microphones. I don't know if it's working.
So cute.
It's really cute. I love this little thing. Well, today we were just gonna talk about something really cool and awesome called quitting your job in Japan. Especially in Japan because like we live in Tokyo. For those of you guys who don't know, we both live in Tokyo. We grew up in the States for about like 20 or so something years, and we moved here when we started working. And so, yeah, we just want to talk about quitting your job, especially in Japan, and I guess like in other places. But I think that's a really fun topic to like talk about, right? Because like we're always talking about this.
I feel like everyone wants to quit their job.
Yeah, everyone wants to quit their job.
Oh, but disclaimer.
Yeah, we want to do a little disclaimer because this is like we're not gonna be talking about like, oh, you should quit your job or anything, or like we're not gonna like, you know, like everyone has different situations and different like backgrounds that we like all deal with. So like we're just gonna talk about our experiences and like what we think, we are like really it's just like everyone just has like different situations. Okay,
so please do not quit your job after watching this.
Yeah, like please do not quit your job after watching this, being influenced by us, and not have a backup plan, and like you'll have to live under a bridge or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just like our experiences, our perspective. So please take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
Okay. So
okay,
yeah,
let's get to the topic. So quitting your job in Japan. So tell me about you, Misa. When did you quit your job?
So I actually, mine dates back. So I graduated from college when I was 20 years old, and I was back in UC Berkeley back in California, and then I came to Japan when I was 21 to start working, and then I worked for about like 4 years. And I like always wanted to quit my job like since like day one. I was like watching a lot of YouTube videos about like quitting my job. I don't know why. I just like didn't really like the corporate, the corporate style of like you're like stuck in the office from like 9 to like not even 5, like 9 to 7 p.m. Right. And then you're like So yes, that I worked at like a big corporate company for like 4 years, and then after that I was like 25 and a half or something, and then I was like, okay, I just have to like make the move. I've been like thinking about it for like the longest time, and I was like, I actually didn't have a backup plan either, and I was like, hi, called in.
It was so funny.
Yeah, I called into I actually attempted to quit twice. Once. And then on the second try, I was able to finally quit my job. But like the first time, it was like, I think it was when COVID happened, or like a year after COVID happened. I think it was like 2020, like a year, I think like 8 months in after like COVID started happening. And then I emailed my manager and I was like, about quitting my job, subject title, I would like to quit my job. My manager like calls me and he's like, Misa-san, それどういうことかね? Like, what are you talking about? And then so I like, after that I like changed teams and stuff to see if I like a different like work environment, or like different like work that I was doing. And then I moved teams, and then even if I moved teams, like nothing actually really changed. Like the things that I was like doing changed, but like my mind was like still, I want to quit my job. So like I think it was like 3 months in, I contacted my manager. It's like I need to quit my job.
Yeah. So Japanese companies don't let you quit your job like right away.
Yeah,
they don't be like, they're not like, okay, you don't have to come in like the next day and thing. Not. Yeah. It doesn't happen like that.
They're really I think they have their hospitality like mindset. Like they want to keep you as much as possible. They want to
keep you because they educate you. So working in Japan, you don't need any background, right? So you can you don't need to have like a degree in that specific subject.
Yeah.
So they hire you for who you are, or like I don't know, something like.
Yeah, it's called like Stuggle. It's like a general like position. So
yeah,
like you'll be like placed into like you just get into the company as the general position, and then you're like placed into little departments like based on like what you want to do. So like if you want to do like HR, like you can get into
I don't
HR,
think it's
like
based
sales.
on what you want to do. I think it's based on like what they think you're capable of.
Yeah, but they also ask you like what you want to do and stuff.
But so they like kind of like train you from like zero. So they've trained you for 4 years, and now you're like this like person who can do the job. But but now this like the person that they train wants to like quit.
Yeah,
they're like,
oh
no,
like we can't let you go after like we trained you perfectly, you know?
Exactly.
But then you're like, well, I didn't sign up for this in the first place.
Exactly. So then they don't want to like just let you go that easily, and then they offer you something else. And so like they're like, Misa, do you want to try this? And then Misa's like, sure.
And then so I like tried, but then
and then
yeah. So that was like kind of like my journey of like quitting my job. I attempted.
What did you struggle in? Because like I've heard so many stories from like other people how much you struggled.
Me?
Yeah.
Like me?
Yeah, you. I'm like, you're the only person that I'm talking to.
I've struggled a lot.
Yeah, people are like, yeah, Misa struggled so much. She was like,
at work.
Yeah. And then so I'm just like wondering, what were your like struggles?
Like at work, are they talking about? I actually have a memory of a fish. So I don't remember all the stuff.
Okay, so we're skipping that. She didn't struggle.
Like I actually like struggled like, okay, so I had 2 struggles, okay? Oh yeah. To summarize, like the first struggle was like me trying to like grasp like why I was like working at that company.
Oh,
yeah,
same.
That's like a struggle.
That is a struggle.
It's like, why am I doing this? Like, because at like in university I majored in public health and dance, and I was like doing all these different things. I was really involved, and I was like, you know, working towards the degree, the goal. But then like when I like started working at the company, you just like it's really repetitive. You wake up every morning and like you do your work and stuff, but I was just like really confused about like what I was like doing, because it was like not related to like any of the things that I was doing back in college,
right?
You know, so that was like my first struggle, you know. Like it's like
I felt the same
trying to understand
why you were working for this company with the kind of degree you got, right?
Yeah.
So I studied landscape architecture, and then I was like struggling because why am I making all these like PowerPoint presentations?
Yeah,
it's
like the freaking PowerPoint presentations, like that.
Dot. I didn't get a degree to make PowerPoint presentations.
But it's like, I guess it's like in business, like you need that.
Yeah.
But
I guess like I think it's like this big jump from like a college to having this like business mindset, because in college they don't really teach us like this business mindset.
No? Yeah, Actually, I think because you were more of like landscape architecture kind of, so that's not business at all. But if you go to like, if you major in business, they'll like teach you.
Right.
And then if you take business classes, they'll definitely teach you. But you came from a different background. You're more of like an artist kind of going into business.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which is like really weird. Like no one would do that.
Yeah. It's really funny.
You know, I realize I kind of sound sick today. Sorry. Anyways.
Okay. Going back to the topic.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So
what's your second struggle?
So my second struggle was like so that was just like my work, but like my second struggle was like just in general, like finding my purpose in life, kind of having like a quarter life crisis while I was working, because like when you're like 20, like your age, like 20 to 25, that's like 25 is a quarter of your life, you know, and then that's when you get your quarter life crisis. And I was like going through the quarter life crisis.
Right.
Yeah, trying to like understand like what I wanted to actually do. And like I knew like the work I was doing at the company was like something I didn't want to do, but I also didn't know what I wanted to do. Right. At the same time. You know what I mean? So like you're like really confused. Right. You know?
But so when you're in this kind of like situation, I feel like the most like not like the basic thing to do. Well, the basic thing to do is stay at the company. You know, like stay at the company until you figure things out, right? Yeah. That's what people, that's how like everyone would say, or that's like everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
But instead, not knowing what to do, we both like decided to quit.
Yeah. So just like so because Yuka, you're like quitting soon.
Yes.
And you're quitting like this month.
Yeah. I'm quitting this month, but like you said, I wanted to quit on the first day.
We both wanted to quit on the first day.
I literally looked up looked up new jobs and stuff, and like
on the first day.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is the one for me.
Yeah. But you worked there for like 2 years.
I worked there for 2 years. And there's like a saying that like you should do something for 3 years
like,
minimum. Yeah. But I am not going to follow that.
Yeah, well, like I don't think we need to follow it. Yeah. Like, the world is going by very quickly, so like it might be like Ishinoveni will like Ichine.
Right. Yeah. So exactly. But I think I had like this I thought about quitting my job 3 times.
Okay. Wow, you didn't think about it every day? I thought about it every day.
It comes like, it goes and like,
it comes and goes. Right.
It's a wave.
Right.
So, but the first 2 times, I was like I felt like I was quitting because I didn't like the job, or I couldn't do the job, or I was kind of running away.
Right.
I felt like. And then the 3rd time, which is like this time.
What was the second time?
Those are the first 2 times.
First 2. Okay.
Yeah. And then the 3rd time was like, so the first 2 times it was like that, right? And then my emotions were like kind of like, I want to quit but I can't quit. It was kind of like fear.
Right. Yeah, I remember I asked you, I was like, so Yuka, like I remember like you wanted to quit your job so much. Yeah. So I was like, so how would you feel if you quit your job right now? And you're like stressed out. And I was like, okay, that's a sign that you shouldn't quit right now.
Yeah. So then I didn't quit. And then I think like a year passed. And then I decided I wanted to quit again. And this time it felt really different. It was like, I'm excited to quit.
Right.
And I think it was because I felt like I don't know, like it's not like I didn't grow up, but like but like I feel like I like understood how to do my job better, and I can like do my job, but I just didn't feel fulfilled. And I would look at my, you know, my peers, and I just didn't want to be like them.
Oh.
Maybe
Sorry,
I should cut
peers.
that out. Maybe I should cut that out.
Sorry, peers. Actually, this is not a cut podcast, so like this is like an unfiltered podcast. It will not be cut, peers.
But yeah, so I just felt like I wanted to do something else that fulfilled me. Like, my job doesn't really fulfill me right now. So I just needed to quit.
Right.
Like, that was like the best decision.
And just like background, like Yuka's like, you're 24, right?
Right.
Yeah, and she's like, you're turning 25. So you still have time and stuff.
Thank you.
Well, actually, like something, okay, so I'm gonna like talk about like our like why, like our like key things that I kind of like put into mind before I quit my job, because like it's not really smart to just like quit whimsically, you know?
Right.
Like you always want like, you don't necessarily need a backup plan or anything, but like you just need like a firm like why you want to quit your job, right?
Yeah.
Like you need a why. And that can't be like, oh, I just don't want to work, or like I just don't like this job. Like it needs to be like a reason, like more than that, right? And so like one thing for me like was a key factor in like my decision was like when I read this like book called like Die with Zero, like the one that I recommended to you. Yeah, so like that said, like when you're still in your like 20s, you're like 20, like early 20s, or like even like late 20s, and you still don't have like, you know, children to take care of, like a mortgage to take care of, like all these like responsibilities, like because as you grow older, like you're gonna have more responsibilities, but like while you're like younger and you're like single and stuff, like you don't really have those responsibilities. So like your elasticity of like becoming like truly like broke or something is like really, it's really low, you know, like your possibility.
Right. And like you're only responsible for yourself.
Yeah, you're only responsible for yourself. So that's why like in those like times are the best times to kind of take a chance or something to do like what you want to do. And it's fine if you don't have a backup plan, like, you know, like, or that's what it said in the book. You can like take like a few months or so, like take your time to kind of like figure out what you want to do.
Right.
And then you can like get back into the workforce again, you know, when you like find something, because like it's not like you don't want to work, you know, it's not like you're super like you know, like we're not like the laziest people in the world, and we're like, oh, we don't want to work. Like it's more of like we want to just like find that work that like fulfills us, and that really fits your like talents, your gifts that were like given to you, you know, and you want to be able to like exert that into fullest potential, you know. So like that's the thing like for my decision of like quitting, and it has been like the best decision ever. It has been the best decision ever. Yeah, but like yes, but you're like still going into like this is like you still haven't like quit your job yet.
Yeah.
And people
I feel like your decision was more like I don't have a backup plan. Boom. You know? You didn't really have a backup plan, but you knew that you're like you shouldn't stay at that company.
Yeah, like it was more of like it was like July or something that I told my manager I was gonna quit. And then I didn't have a backup plan, but I knew like I wanted to do something. Like I knew like I would have something, right? Like I would like find something. And then like sooner or later in October or so, I was still like interviewing for like other jobs and stuff, like to see like marketing jobs or like I don't know, like influencer marketing jobs and stuff. But my friend introduced me to like a dance teaching job then, and then like that's like and then I took the interview, and then I got the job in December, and that's like, so I let go of something
and it came in
and something new came in, like, and I kind of really believed in that. I was like, you know, if you let go of something, like, you have to let go of something old to let something new into your life. I think I did that like 3 times.
Please let go of your clothes.
Please let go of my clothes.
Please let go of your old clothes so that new clothes will go.
It's really hard to let go of old clothes. I have a lot of memories. It's really hard to let go of old things. Like, things, like, in general, like, it's really hard for me to let go. But, you know, like, old jobs, so yeah, I can let go of that very quickly.
So quickly. She let go of that, like, in a second. But I feel like my approach was a little bit different. But, I mean, in a way, it's a little bit similar. I started a part-time job while working.
Oh, wait, I had like 3 part-time jobs when I was working.
Exactly. So it's like similar.
Right.
Yeah. So Misa and I actually, while working a full-time job, we had multiple part-time jobs.
Yeah. No, because, like, I love working, you know? Like,
she's a workaholic.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. So we have part-time jobs to explore, like, other things that we were interested in. And for Misa, it was, like, tutoring and English content stuff.
English content stuff.
And then for me, I also did some tutoring or English tutoring and I work at a cafe. And through these, like, part-time jobs, we were able to explore what we actually like and, like, I don't know, just, like, seeing, like, other people work or seeing, like, different jobs really inspired me, or really, like, I don't know.
It was eye-opening.
Oh, yeah, it was eye-opening. I was like, wow, like, I can possibly do this job and have so much fun instead of, like, sitting in front of a, like, laptop and, like, making PowerPoints.
Yeah, because, like, when you're, like, working in corporate, kind of, like, and you're doing, like, the day-to-day activities, like, you kind of, like, you close yourself off from, like, the rest of the world, and you kind of forget, like, what other jobs are out there.
Yeah, it's like, know? What can I be, or what, like, like, all these questions get shut down, and so you're, like, you were supposed to go in, like, this direction, but you can't because you can't even see it.
Yeah, like, 1 year, like, working. Yeah, and then, like, you kind of forget, like, all of, like, the interesting jobs that are out there.
You also forget your interests.
That's called like quarter life crisis.
No, but when I started working at the cafe and, like, doing, I do some, like, fabrication. I work, like, a fabrication really machine. Yeah. But when I started doing, like, these stuff, I was like, oh, right, I forgot that I'm a really creative person. And I love design. I love, like, making things. And, like, I, like, just forgot about that when I was, like, working, you know, corporate.
Because you're just, like, really delved into the day-to-day activities.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, but but, like, the good thing about having a 9-to-5 job, like, a secure job, is that you can actually really take, like, you have like a set time out of your job to explore different things, and you also have, like, a set income that you can use to, like, you know, spend it on, like, for me, like, dance classes or, like, music classes or, like, other stuff that you want to explore, and also, like, maybe travel or something, right, for, like using it for, like, leisure activities too, which, like, you kind of don't have when you're, like, freelancing or, like, you're, like, starting up a new company. Like, those are really, really, it's, like, glorified, you know, in a sense, but, like, it's a really difficult thing when you're just starting off. It's and, like, that's why, like, you know, like, so many people, they say, like, cannot make it, but, like, it's just because it's really difficult. But, like, having a 9-to-5 is really, you know, like, the pros is it's really stable, and that's why you can do so many other things, and it's, you know, you can, like, have a healthy work-life balance. Not really. Depends on which company. Yeah. You know. Oh, like, yeah. Japanese companies, really which is the topic of today, like, you will not have a work-life balance.
I just feel like.
I don't know, because like I had a really good work-life balance.
Well,
in a big
it depends
company.
on. It also depends on like what kind of job you do.
Yeah, and what kind of company you're in.
Yeah.
So it really depends on like your environment, your work environment.
Yeah.
But Yuka was like working all the time. I was not working all the time at my old company.
Yeah.
So
I was like, oh, I had my ups and downs, but like this June I was like, I was working until like from like 6 a.m. I'll wake up and then like I'll start like working because I'm like not finished. And then that'll go until like 11 p.m. and then like I'll get super tired, but then I'm not finished. So then I'll have to wake up at 11 p.m. And then I'm not finished, so I have to wake up around like 5 a.m. again and then start up again. And then like I'm still not finished. And like, that was like June was like May, June around there was like the craziest time.
And Yuka was like a web consultant.
Yeah.
And I was like sales and stuff. So that's
so it's like very different.
Yeah. So it really depends on like the work that you have.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
I never worked so much.
And I think my door was closed all the time, so you wouldn't know if I'm like up or not.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, she doesn't remember when I was like. But then I became really like my body was kind of giving out during that time too.
Yeah.
And like, so listen to your body, like seriously. I was like, oh, I was like, I can still do it. But then my body was like giving out, so
So, well, anyways, I want to also talk about like your like colleagues' reactions, like your Japanese colleagues' reactions, because like it's for me it's been like a year and a half since I quit my job, and since then I was able to, because I've always wanted to teach dance and stuff at like studios, so and also like do content creation, but like mainly do content creation. So like within the year and a half I was able to like really explore what I really want to do, like what kind of content I wanted to create, and also like how I wanted to incorporate dance in my life forever, so forever like so like within like it's been, but within that year and a half, like there were a lot of like ups and downs, but like it because it takes a long time, and I'm still like
so we're talking about what your colleagues react.
I know, but like for you, like because like you're only at the very start of like quitting your job, so like people really don't know, like they cannot like look at you like in hindsight bias and be like, oh, like you'll be okay, Like, they're more of like, oh, you're quitting your job. Like, we still don't know your future. Like, she might have to live under a bridge.
That's true.
Like,
no, I think that's true. But, so, the most common reaction is, you're quitting your job? Like, oh my gosh, are you like insane? Like that's kind of like the tone.
Yeah.
They don't say are you insane, but they're like, what? Like, did you think things through? Like, what are you going to do? Do you have things planned? Like, what is your next step? But I'm just like, calm down. Like,
chill out.
I don't have a next step. Like, I don't have like a clear next step.
Right.
But I have things in mind, and I have things that I can do, and I'm also very skilled. I'm just kidding. But I just feel like even if I get these kind of reactions, I just feel like they just don't know me.
Yeah.
They don't know what I'm actually capable of, because they don't know my creative background. They don't know my, like, I don't know, the things I'm interested in. So I feel like they shouldn't be like, like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't quit your job. Like, they should be more encouraging.
Yeah. Well, for me, like, I feel like my colleagues were pretty encouraging.
Oh, really?
I think I just have a really good sales talk about myself. They will be like, so what are you gonna do? And I always like have something to say. I actually never said, like, I don't have a backup plan. I said, like, oh, I'm gonna do this and this and this. I think I had, like, 3 things already lined up that I, like, said very nicely, and they're like, oh, that's really cool.
That's true. Okay, then in that case, I feel like I don't talk about myself that often.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I actually talk about myself a lot in a really good way.
yeah. I don't really open up to people that I don't really care about.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Like for me, like I feel like I think I just kind of like talked it through, talked it out, or talked it through. You know?
I mean, then in that case, I have like 3 things planned out too.
Yeah, like we kind of forget like how much we actually plan it, like subconsciously. Like you're actually planning planning out.
I do have a plan.
Yeah,
I do have like
it's not like you're blank.
I do have a source of income too.
Yeah,
I still have a source of income.
It's only because like we've been doing like part-time jobs like we always had like a side hustle. Yeah, while we worked at a company, because like for me, like when I first started working at a corporate, I was like, this is all you have to do, you know? Because I always do like 5 different extracurriculars, right? Because like when we were little, like since that really started when we were little, like we were doing like typical Asian, like we were doing piano lessons. Like I was playing the flute. I was in like cheerleading teams. Right. And I was doing abacus, and we were going to Japanese school, and I was teaching at a cheerleading team, you know? That's like all high school though. Yeah. That's like all up into high school. And then in college, you're like volunteering, you're like you have a part-time job, you're on a dance team, you're doing more volunteering, right? Yeah. So like when I first started working at a company, I was like, oh, this is all you have to do. Like I have to just sit here and like work. So I needed a side hustle for me. I needed like 3 side hustles actually, you know, to get myself like busy, keep myself busy.
I feel like wait, were you never scared of like oh my gosh, like during your side hustle someone might like call me up? No. Yeah, so that's the difference between you and I'm like I get more anxious. Oh, okay. Like I need to be sitting here from 9 to 5 just in case someone calls me up. Or like no, I wouldn't do my work between 9 to 5. I would like work after work, like from like 7 p.m. or like from 10 p.m. So what are you doing from 9 to 5 if you have nothing to do? Well, I'm like trying to work, you know. I'm trying to find something to work on. Or I'm like doing work, you know. Oh, right. Like what I have to do. Remember you would like come in just for lunch? Yeah, I would like go to my office just for lunch and then start work from 2 p.m. But that's a different story. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I would like, you know, I would work, and then like after 7 p.m. I would have like lessons to do, or like maybe in the morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I would have like online Zoom classes. Right. So we have like side hustles. Well, that's actually like a really important step before you quit your job. Yeah, yeah, like trying to like find what you can do outside. Yeah, what you can do outside. And then securing like an immediate source of income kind of, you know. That's like one way to gives you like a little bit of like, you know, of an exit plan, like an addition to your exit plan. Yeah. Because you do actually kind of need an exit plan. You do. Yeah, you can't just be like, oh, whimsically, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean my colleagues were pretty supportive. I hope your colleagues are like more supportive, Yuka. Please support her. Just no, kidding. Okay. I'm your number 1 fan. Okay. Your cheerleader. So like, it's so funny, but like, what did people say when you told your colleagues that you were going to do YouTube? Well, like, I don't know. I actually. She forgot. Actually, like, I don't know. Because I didn't know, like, I would, like, actually... I knew I would do YouTube. Like, I wanted to do YouTube and, like, content creation. But I was, I don't know. Like, because I was, like, making videos already. And I was, like, sharing it to, like, my colleagues while I was working. And they kind of liked the videos. So they're like, oh, Misa, like, I support you, kind of. Yeah. But then they're like, good luck. You know? Right. Yeah.
I think they said more to me, but maybe I forgot.
She forgot.
But I feel like they were pretty supportive, and like when I first like made my first YouTube videos and stuff, like I would like send the link to them. I would like send the link to like I would like put it on Facebook because like I was too scared to put it on Instagram, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would like share it on Facebook, and then I'll send it to like some of my colleagues and some of my friends and be like, subscribe, and I had like 50 subscribers then, you know. So that was really good old time. So this is another like podcast, right, for content creation, but yeah.
But I was just wondering like what your colleagues were saying, because like that was like one of the things that you know, you said when you were quitting, that you said you were going to do YouTube. so
yeah, or like I didn't really say I was gonna do YouTube. I just said like no, because like, you know, in job job like meetings, you know, like when you're like, you know, like with a meeting with a manager, they'll ask you like, so what do you want to do in the future? You know, they always ask you that, right? It's like, well, not this job. Just kidding. But I was like, I would like to do YouTube, and they're like, you're gonna be a YouTuber, and like, I don't know, but I want to make videos, and they would be like, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. They become like aghast a little bit.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's like, well, it's not this job. The company's like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, well, like why are you here still?
Yeah. So I was just wondering what their reactions were. Yeah.
But but I've always wanted to do content creation, I think. And I think like a lot of my friends knew too.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know.
It's really funny. Like our whole family is a very like a creative family, and like we love anything creative, like creation, basically.
Yeah. But like actually, who pushed me the most to quit my job was Mom. Like,
well, yeah, mom is like the best friend.
Yeah, Mom.
You need.
My mom is very unique, actually. She's not like the typical Asian mom. She's like, why are you still at the company? Like,
it's so funny.
You should have quit last year, kind of. Like,
she told me that I should have, like, why have I not already quit yet? It took, so she said that you can quit after 4 years, right? For you? Or like 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
She said I can quit now.
Yeah, but when you were first starting off, you know, she was like, oh, you should continue, kind of.
Right.
But then, like, as time passed by.
But it only took me, like, 2 years.
Yeah.
For her to get her approval.
We always need Mom's approval to, like...
I mean, these are big decisions.
Yeah, these are really big decisions. Like, they cannot be taken whimsically.
Did you learn that
or
today?
Your parents will be flabbergasted. Sorry.
I have no idea what she's saying.
Sorry.
Her word bank is out of the world. But yeah, so.
So, was it scary? Kind of, but I was more scared to like stay at the company.
I don't know why, but it's so funny. But it's very true.
It's true, like, because it's a risk to, like, stay at the company, like, if you are not really into the work.
Yeah.
Because, like,
that company can, like...
the company can, like, crumble, but at the same time, like, with a blink of an eye, you're gonna be, like, 30. You're gonna be, like, 40. You're gonna be 50, and you're gonna have, like, kids and grandkids, you know? And then, like, your time will be up.
Yeah. It's really, like, up to you to make your life happen.
Yeah.
You know? It's your responsibility. I mean, I feel like you don't want to blame anyone.
Yeah,
you don't want to blame the company.
Yeah, you always want to, like, you need to, like, be responsible for yourself, and then, like, you can't be, like, thinking all the time. You just have to be, like, taking action and taking action all the time. So
if you're just thinking, it's just a daydream.
Yeah, so, like, if you're just thinking, you're just, like, kind of wasting time thinking about it.
Yeah.
And nothing's gonna change, but, like, if you really, like, take action towards, like, what you want to do, like, whether that's, like, you know, you want a healthier diet, or, like, what you want to do something, like, you want to start tennis or something, like, you should be, like, looking up tennis classes, you know?
Yeah. Even if you don't have anything you want, like, even if you don't have anything figured out, like, you don't know what you're interested in.
Yeah.
I think the best thing is just come up with something and take action.
Yeah.
And then if you don't like it, that's great. You don't like it, you learned. And then you take another action.
Yeah, so, like, that's what I, like, learned too. Like, because, like, actually before, like, realizing I wanted to do, like, more of YouTube or, like, video creation, I wanted to make, like, a blog. Like, not a vlog, like a fucking, like, blog. Like, with a B.
Okay.
Like, the writing one.
Uh-huh.
And, like, so I got, like, a website on, like, WordPress.
Right.
You know? And I never created.
WordPress is so hard.
It was so hard for me to, like, maneuver that.
Right.
So, like, I, like, just kept that. And then, like, after I was, like, taking, like, different actions every single week, I, like, finally found video creation, which I didn't even know I actually wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Because, like, before, I remember, like, 3 years ago, or, like, when I was in college, I didn't even, like, really understand YouTube, right?
Yeah, she didn't even know the Kardashians.
Yeah, I learned about the Kardashians, like, during COVID. I was like, who are these people?
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah. So, like, that kind of really led me to, like, creation. So, like, I don't know, like, like, if you really don't know, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I think that's, like, for a lot of people, like, who go on, like, a rail since you're really little to go to a good college, to go to, like, a good university, or to get a good job. Like, after you get the job, you're like, oh, like, now where do I, like, work towards? And so I really didn't know, so I just really needed to take action every single week. I, like, literally, and that's what, like, all, like, life coaches, like, business coaches, like, tell you to do. You know? Right. And then, and then you just have to kind of, like, believe in the process of, like, finding it, you know? And then, like, one day, and then you have to, like, one day you'll, like, definitely find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Find what you really like to do.
Yeah. So it's quite a step, it's quite a journey, but I think everyone goes through this process.
Yeah, when you're, like, in your 20s.
Yeah.
Right? And even, like, I think I'll be still confused when I'm, like, in 30s and 40s.
Yeah, so once you think you got it, that you still need to keep changing.
Yeah, you still need, you're like, okay, I got here, and then you're like, okay, wait, I need to figure this out now. Yeah. And then you, like, have to still keep on doing it. So I think it's, like a skill to be able to, like, do trial and error and, like, being okay with, like, falling. You know, like, being okay with, like, failure. Yeah. Which is, like, never a failure, but... and then, like, being able to, like, pick yourself up and then move forward is, like, a skill, I think. And then I learned that through my biggest decision of my life, which was to quit my freaking job, because I've never quit things before in my life. It's taboo to quit anything as an Asian person. True. Not as an Asian person, but as, like, a person in general. Yeah. Like, you're, like, told not to quit, you know? Calling it quits. Like, taboo. When I wanted to quit my piano when I was very little, my mom would never allow me to do that.
Once you quit, mom was like, so do you want to quit? I was like, sure, I want to quit. But yeah, so that was, like, I think that's, like, a skill, but I think, like, this has been, like, a really life-changing experience for me. Yeah, quitting my job, and it has been, like, the best decision ever for me. I don't know about, like, anyone else out there, but yes, it was, like, I think it's, like, the most courage, it was, like, the most courage I needed. Yeah, I needed a lot of, like, courage and, like, believing in yourself, and a lot of, like, headaches. And a lot of, like, listening to, like, self-help podcasts and, like, going on a walk outside, because it's it was, like, really taxing on my mind. Yeah. I feel like for me it's like scary. I think it's scary, but I feel like when I'm working at corporate, I'm just kind of like
oh, like, you're just, like, kind of being dependent on the company to give you money.
I'm super dependent. And then I become a really lazy person, and then that's not the type of person I want to become. But I feel like I need to be like independent from a company and do the things that I enjoy doing, something that I'm passionate about, something that makes me move forward. And I'm really excited to find that path.
Yeah.
So.
But like you have to like remember like this, like you're in like a really privileged position to be able to do that because, you know.
Right.
Like I really feel I'm like in a privileged position to be able to like kind of sweep away my, or like, you know, do that.
Right.
Because like a lot of people, and like that I had like the money that I received from the company to like be able to like make that decision.
Right.
Yeah. You know, but like you are like chipping away some money that you like built, but it's like that's also an investment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Like investing in time. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about like in a different podcast because it's kind of getting
like
longer.
Five different topics we want to talk about.
Because time is
okay, well that's a different story.
Money. Okay, anyways, it's getting really hot in this room.
Yes, our last message. Take it away, Misa.
If you're in your early 20s,
no.
we have a little paper here.
You have to
listen to your whispers.
Heart and mind, not brain.
Yeah, so like the little takeaway from like our little podcast here is like, if you're in your early 20s or like if you are still, like if you still have the leeway, like the space to kind of change directions in your career or like what you want to do, like it's like you have to really listen to yourself, like listen to the little whispers in your ears telling you to do that, because like that is your like subconscious self trying to like lead you into the correct decision. And if you like ignore that, like you will like, I feel like you'll kind of regret it, and then like time will pass by, and like time is literally money, and like you cannot buy time.
Yeah.
You know, like time will pass by, like time is passing by, like as you listen to this, as we talk, you know, time is literally passing by every single minute, and we only have 4,000 weeks in your life. So you have to really, really, you know, like really be more like intentional with like your time and like your decisions, like what you're gonna do in your life. So that's that's our takeaway from our little podcast.
Yeah, that's very great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like oftentimes our heart and our brain doesn't match.
Yeah.
Your brain is thinking like, I need to make money, and then your heart is thinking like,
I want to do this.
I want to do this, and it's not this and it's not at this company.
Yeah.
And so it's like mismatch. But then, you know, when the right time comes, your heart and your brain, it kind of comes together.
And they kiss, and then they live happily ever after.
But but I feel like you should listen to your like heart once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. Don't like torture yourself because you know, you only live once. YOLO, you know.
Yes.
Well, thank goodness, but like YOLO.
Yeah, you only live once. It's very true.
Yeah, you only live once, like whether you like it or not. So you have to really be intentional with everything that you do. You know, that's what I've been thinking since I was in second grade.
That is so not true.
It's actually really true.
What a mature second-year-old.
Yeah,
second grader.
Second grader, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, if you guys have any like comments or like whatever you guys feel, because I know this is like a really interesting topic to like talk about with your like with my friends too. Yeah. So I want to like listen to like many people's like opinions and stuff. So yeah.
And if you have any like, you know, like things that you want to talk to us, you can DM us and we'll message you back.
About what?
I don't know, if they have like questions.
Oh yeah, questions.
You know, like sodan toka.
Okay.
Concerns and about like quitting your job if you have anything.
Yeah.
Like if you have problems. I don't know. We'll listen to that.
Yeah, we might do like an Insta Live or something.
Yeah.
Insta Live's really fun. But anyways, are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys are having a great day.
And a great life.
And I'll see you guys in my next video / podcast. Bye. Thanks for listening. Bye. See ya.